Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. And the benefit of the work we do here is hopefully it brings you some comfort as you go through the crazy thing known as, well, life and the challenges therein. In any event, if you're looking for coaching, life, relationship, business, or spiritual, hopefully something in this will help you to connect with something that makes sense to you. There's over 750 of these available, and hopefully you find things that are useful to you. Rules for Success is a series we've been doing around here, and we'll continue that. If you're looking to establish rules and habits for success going forward in your own life, then I'd love to help you with that if at all possible. So there's a couple things you need to do in order to do that, but if you're looking to do that, reaching out through Twitter at PO Perception or in the About Me section of the YouTube channel can be helpful. And we can work together and find something that works for you. So the first way to do that is have systems for everything, from how you run your day to how you interact with people to how you learn information. The more systematic you are in your life, the easier it is to live life and get the most out of it. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't alter your system if it's not working for you or if it's not reaching the goals you want it to reach. But, as a matter of fact, updating how you interpret and live through your system on a regular basis is often necessary and helpful. However, finding a way to get to a place where you begin to understand the value of what you're accomplishing and also understand who you are and where you're going and what you need to be doing in a way that makes sense to you, that you can continue to follow through on in a consistent way, is important. Updating your systems, either weekly, monthly, or quarterly, is helpful to know what's working and what's not. Always being flexible and willing to learn new information is also valuable and important. But knowing that the need for a system exists at all is super helpful and necessary in order to maximize your progress, minimize your stress, and find something that allows you to chunk your time and use your time in the most appropriate and efficient way possible as often as you can. We're all going to have slip points from now and again, but using time efficiently makes one easier to find success in various areas of life. The next thing that it is important to do if you're looking for formulating rules for success is to find discipline. So most people, the majority of people who are underperforming professionally, personally, emotionally, or whatever have you, in whatever way they're underperforming, are individuals who don't have discipline. They allow their emotions or their circumstances to rule their habits. And so developing discipline and separating your discipline core from your emotional core is valuable. It doesn't mean don't feel emotions. It doesn't mean don't express emotions, but it means have a place where expressing your emotions either internally or externally to support networks, friends, family, loved ones, whatever have you, is a daily part of what you do, but it doesn't necessarily change unless absolutely necessary. The actions you take in your daily life, so often how we feel determines how we behave, and people who get into that back and forth often lose time. Understand that, as William Shakespeare has said, all life is a stage, and most of all, we're just bit players. Now, to some people that sounds negative. It's like nothing is authentic, but the reality is you can only be authentic within yourself, and so everything that you put forward into interacting with others is at least in part a projection. So think about how you want to be seen with every action you take. Think about the goals you're trying to accomplish. Think about the things that you are looking to achieve and what matters to you and where your values are. And then project that image as long as it's authentic to who you're trying to portray and it's something you believe in as often as you can. Look, oftentimes in order to avoid hurting people's feelings or getting into conflict, we will sometimes dumb down or simplify our emotional state, and everyone or almost everyone does it. It doesn't make you a bad person to do these things, but it can tear you up inside if the things you're doing or the reasons you're doing it go against your moral code and your ethical code. So find ways to behave that uphold your morals and help you reach your goals should be a focus point there. Leave your comfort zone. Look, virtually nothing can be accomplished without taking some level of risk. So finding a way to take calculated risks on a continual basis can be a valuable tool in reaching your goals personally, professionally, emotionally, relationally, spiritually, and whatever have you. Now, calculated risk is a risk where you've looked at the positive and negative and neutral of a situation. You've assessed, is this worth it to me? And then you've decided that it is, and you're willing to take the consequences of any risk associated with an action or series of behaviors. Now, most people, again, follow their emotions through to the end without thinking about risk assessment, and often that gets people in lots of trouble because if you don't do a risk assessment before you behave in a manner, you can get stuck and ultimately you can get frustrated and waste or lose a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort when you're not really meaning to go in that direction. The next thing in this particular dynamic is to kind of look at the possibility of identifying the worth of your goals. So kind of do a value score. Is what matters to me today the same as what mattered to me yesterday? Is what I'm doing with my time, my energy, my effort this month or this year in alignment with the person I desire to be, in alignment with the person of who I'm becoming and what makes me happy, healthy, and causes the least amount of damage to others? These are things that can be and often should be assessed that people forget to do, or they'll spend several months or years between times of doing it and then realize who they are has changed, evolved, and they haven't updated what matters to them most. And this can be a cause for great internal conflict. And so hopefully that is helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.